Today, we are diving into a skill that can literally transform every single relationship in your life, listening. But we're going way beyond just, paying attention. We're going to give you two powerful, super practical tools that are all about helping you connect, not just solve. So, let's kick things off with a quick story. Marcus comes home. His wife, Sarah, starts telling him about a really tough day she had. And what does he do? He jumps right in with solutions thinking, hey, I'm helping. But Sarah, she just goes quiet. That scenario, man, it probably feels a little too familiar, right? It highlights this massive communication breakdown that so many of us have been through.
So, what is actually happening in that moment of silence? Well, it usually comes down to this really powerful and super common impulse that we're going to call the fix-it reflex. You know what I'm talking about. It's that well-intentioned instinct to just jump straight into solution mode when someone shares something difficult. You hear a problem, and your brain just clicks over, bam, let's fix this. But here's the thing. The person sharing, they're usually not looking for a solution. Not yet, anyway. And it's really important to get this. This reflex isn't some kind of character flaw. It's a learned behavior. A lot of times, it's driven by our own discomfort. We see someone we love in pain, and we just want it to stop. Or maybe it's just about being efficient. And for a lot of guys, it's this deep-seated belief that taking action is how you show love and care.
Okay, so if jumping in to fix things is so often the problem, what's the solution? I mean, what do people actually need from us in those moments?
Well, the big, crucial shift we have to make is moving from solving to understanding. See, solving is all about the problem, but understanding is all about the person. It's the difference between offering a bunch of solutions and just offering your presence. And believe me, that shift is a total game changer.
This quote right here just nails it. Most of the time, people don't need you to be their hero and fix everything. They just need to feel heard and to know that they're not going through it alone. Your goal isn't correction, it's connection. All right, let's get into the toolkit. How do we actually do this stuff? We're going to start with a technique that is so simple but unbelievably powerful for rewiring that fix-it reflex. We call it the pause. This is the 3-second rule, and seriously, it can change everything. It sounds so simple, right? But it's a real discipline. So when they finish talking, you don't say a word. You just wait. 1, 2, 3. That little bit of silence creates just enough space for you to stop reacting and start actually considering what they're feeling. It's like a circuit breaker for the fix-it reflex. Okay, now for our second tool. This one builds perfectly on that pause we just talked about. And it's what helps you build that real connection. It is all about the kind of questions you ask. The real art here is shifting from closed questions to open ones. A closed question, like, did you call your mom, is basically just gathering a fact. You get a yes or a no, and poof, the conversation can just die right there. But an open question, like, what was it like when that happened? That's an invitation. It says, hey, I actually want to understand your world, not just collect data about it. I want you to think of these as heart-opening questions. Tell me more about that. That phrase might be one of the most powerful things you can say in any conversation. Or asking, what was the hardest part? That gets right to the emotional core of things. See? These aren't about facts. They are invitations for someone to actually share their inner world with you.
So, a simple pause and a few open questions. Why do these little tools matter so much? What is the big picture here?
Well, it all leads to this incredible paradox of listening. By resisting that urge to jump in with advice, by choosing to understand first, you build this incredible level of trust. And that trust makes your perspective so much more valuable when you do finally share it. You basically earn the right to be heard by first truly hearing them.
At the end of the day, this isn't just about becoming a better communicator. It's about building a legacy of real connection, one conversation at a time. It's about being the kind of person that people trust with their real, honest-to-God feelings. So the people who love you, they're waiting. The only question left is, how are you going to show up?